Let's go now.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On 1st down, Ryan. He gets it to Thomas. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Noah Spence in on the stop. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 54 yards. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The give is to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Here's Ryan. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And that's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Get up!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. On the keeper, here's Ryan. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Sunday! Green, triple C! Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Green, triple C!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An excellent way. To start the drive there, 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy, easy. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Hey, 5 on the kick. 5 on the kick. Let's go. Let's convert. Green, triple C. Even. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, that's
Working out of the gun. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, 5-0. Green, triple C. Let it go.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And Winston lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
5-0. Green, triple C.
Jameis now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Sonic! Sonic!
Now a second down throw for Winston. Flush to his, diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He got 29 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Right. 20.
Again on second and 10, it's Ryan. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Green, Trevor C. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Sonic.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Where's that up? Where's that?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Winston. And Adams has it, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They give him a gain of 37.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
21. Go. 20. Hey, express. Hey, straight out. Ready to go.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
5-0.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Forced out to his left. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's got room. And he gets gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big run there by Freeman, 52 yards. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
Well, when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Noah spins. Able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now Ryan on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Follow. Hey, stop. Even.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They toss to Freeman. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Ryan on 1st down. He goes underneath to Freeman. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Space.
on second down. Here's Ryan. And a dump off to White. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
There we go. 11. Ready,
Here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Tuesday.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Take it at the 37. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll go again to Jones. Able to power through. And he's got this down to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Winston. Looking deep for Adams. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. There's plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. Looking long for Thomas. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe able to they'll swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Green, triple C. Green, triple C.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Green, triple C. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
2nd down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Green, triple C. Hey, base, hey. 5-0, okay? Kill, turn up. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. 55 wide, guys, 55.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green, triple C. Sonic. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch for the bounce out.
From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Winston now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Easy.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Here we go, even.
Off the play fake, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Let's convert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
21.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Godot's kick is right through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Here's Winston. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Winston to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go now. Even. Check. Crunch. Green, triple C. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Hey, South. Ready. 25. Get out.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, sub.
Following the interception, Winston looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they go end around with Adams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Deshaun Hall, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Play fake. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Here we go, even. Screen, triple C. There we go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now what can Ryan do here in overtime? Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And then the yardage game here is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Panthers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.